All right, so I'm going to try to not talk forever on this topic, but you know how it goes with all my videos. So back in 2016 at an airport called Gatwick in the UK, they launched this program, which was the first of its kind, that offered lanyards to passengers who had hidden disabilities and that might require additional support while traveling through the airport. So by them wearing this lanyard, the people in the airport knew that they might need some additional support from a staff. So this included receiving clear instructions, ability to remain with family members at all times, staff assisting with reading departure boards and signs, getting more time to prepare at check-in and security, receiving additional time to prepare for security checks and boarding, explaining in detail what to expect and when traveling through the airport, and a more comprehensive briefing on what to expect as you travel through the airport. So it was adopted by this airport and it seemed to do very well. So in the UK, some other airports picked it up, some railways, supermarkets, tourist attractions, and even they're giving out these lanyards at the different locations so that people would have access to them. Now, there's no restriction on who can have it. You don't need to prove that you have a disability. You would just simply go and get the lanyard, and you wearing it would just give a discreet hint to a person there that you may need some additional support. So this is really great for a lot of people, not just for children with autism, but just any hidden disability. While I was doing my research, I found a woman that had something wrong with her vision. She had one eye that saw fine, but the other one, the depth perception was off, or she couldn't see a certain thing, and she was constantly walking into people in the airport and people were screaming at her, pushing her, like getting into altercations with her because they didn't know that she had a disability with her vision. The same goes with people who have a hearing impairment. Maybe they might be yelling at you or something, like, oh, stop, or don't go through there, and you can't hear them. And they might assume that you're being, starting a problem or whatever the case is. But if you were to be wearing something discreet that might signify like, hey, I have a disability, even though you might not be able to see it by looking at me, then it would allow them to give more support. So I heard about this and I've seen it a lot. So I wanted to know more about it because it's not something that I've heard of too much here in the US, even though I have seen some people talking about it on different blogs. So I did my research on it, and of course, we're going to have to go to part 2. But here is the background of it, okay? So see you part 3, actually.